Okay, the next question is for Ms. DeVito. Supervisor has touted his work in helping to get state legislation passed that will help finally develop town land at EPCAL. If elected, will you stay the course with EPCAL, or do you think a new approach is needed?
I would definitely stay the course with EPCAL. I have to congratulate and say that the legislation that has been passed will provide a mechanism. It is a tool by which we can go forward with development at EPCAL. However, my concerns with what is prepared for EPCAL is as follows. The reports that we got from the consultants that we hired to do the reuse plan as well as the marketing plan talk about a development at EPCAL that will take approximately 10 years. And today, in the news report in which our town supervisor, Sean, pointed out that using Start Up New York, a program that is touted by Governor Andrew Cuomo as the basis for businesses at EPCAL, I think we have to look at, how many of you out there know what Startup New York is all about? Startup New York is a program that's a tax incentive program that creates tax zones in which businesses who come into those tax zones are tax-free 100% for 10 years, which means that we would be bringing into EPCAL those businesses, if we followed through with what was indicated or inferred in the news today, we'd be following through with a 10-year delay in realizing taxes from EPCAL. And plus, with a 10-year build-out plan, going development for it, we're looking at approximately 20 years before, as a town, we would really realize what we envision we would like to get from EPCAL. But to answer your question, no, I wouldn't throw that out and start a new approach. It would be stupid to do so.
Mr. Walter?
Well, Angela, I'm glad you share my vision on that, but what you don't share is Governor Cuomo's vision. In fact, you don't even understand the basics of Startup New York. You see, Startup New York has nothing, zero to do with EPCAL. What Startup New York does is it allows businesses to go into SUNY campuses or college campuses, yes, 100% tax-free. And what amazes me is that a governor of your political party came to Riverhead and said, listen, Supervisor Walter, you are doing a wonderful job. Your board's doing a wonderful job. This is wonderful legislation for the state of New York. And what, Ms. DeVito, will happen is if businesses come into the business incubator, they can stay for 10 years. But after 10 years in the Startup New York program, they have to go someplace. The someplace is EPCAL. They're also limited in square foot to 200,000 square feet. Some of these businesses, if they're really successful, are going to be far larger than 200,000 square feet. So wouldn't it be a great idea for them to be able to come to EPCAL and get approval in 90 days? This fits hand in glove with what Governor Cuomo did, and I am proud to partner with Governor Cuomo and the state of New York to do this, and I am ecstatic that this legislation.
Did you want to take 30 seconds?
I think that in looking at the Startup New York program and what was stated today and provided to individuals in the press by Sean was totally different from what he's just stated right now. He referred to totally different, okay? And the thing is that I did do my homework. I did look up the Startup New York program, and yes, it does talk about incubators at Stony Brook. And are we going to be finally utilizing the Stony Brook incubator space?
100% occupied.
Well, so where is the Stony Brook incubator space going to be? For the Startup New York program, for those businesses that will then eventually, 10 years down the road, look to us at EPCAL. It's still 10 years down the road. It's still not going to provide us with the monies that we envision, other than selling off the land. That's the quick fix.
Next question.
About that, because there's so much misinformation there, it's not even funny.
You want to take 30 seconds?
Ms. DeVito, maybe you don't understand, again, the business incubator sits on 50 acres, and the 50 acres will allow much more development, so you could put new buildings there under Startup New York. And there's something I learned very young: don't believe everything you read in the press.
We should make false statements then in the press.